Hi, I'm Jeff. I'm a contributor at dirtyshirt.info, and today we're power washing a fence. I want to talk a little bit about some of the things that I've learned while I've been doing this. And it's a multi-day project. It's not something I can complete in one day. I probably got like 22 6x8 panels. I don't know what the math ends up to be, but it takes a while to get this job accomplished. So if you want to just jump to the end of the video, I'm going to do some of the power washing on a fence here in a minute, but I want to talk a little bit about the tool that I'm using to do that. I have a 2,200 pound PSI power washer here, and it's a basic consumer grade thing. It's not some big industrial strength type machine at all, and it's kind of pushing it to its limits here. And I've been coming out here maybe and spending 3-4 hours at a shot trying to get both sides of the fence. The 2,200 PSI can be a little bit misleading because it depends on which tip that you use on the sprayer wand. So if you use the sort of the jet powered, it's more like a laser, you'll get the full 2,200. And we're not using that on here. It will actually it'll chew right through the wood. It's that powerful. So using more of a spray pattern, I think it's a 25-degree tip on here, and it seems to be doing a really good job. What I do wish that it had was a wider spray, and I think that would happen with some of the higher end machines, but you end up spending quite a bit of money. This one's about 300. You can get quite a bit more machine these days. This one's probably 3-4 years old, and it comes with a soap dispenser and so forth that's actually built in. This one does not have that. What I also learned too is that this thing consumes a lot of gasoline. It's nothing like a lawnmower. It will just chew through gasoline. Like every 20 to 30 minutes or so I need to fill it up or it'll just run dead. So that's kind of the tool that we're using here. And you can see if you look down at my feet here, I've been working on the fence here, and I'm just covered, right? I mean, this thing is just everywhere. It's all over my shorts, and it's a pretty nice day out today, and I've been waiting for the weather to improve so that I could come out here because I knew I was going to get wet. So this stuff is just all over me. I try and keep the machine out of the spray zone here because then that thing will get all messed up. My neighbor over here on this side, they have a camper, and I've made arrangements this morning to have them move that out of the way because it would just coat this stuff with when the fence is cleaned, it creates something like almost like an egg white. It's like a wood pulp, and it just goes everywhere. So you can't really have anything that you care about in its way, or else you'll have to rinse it down. So and definitely, I've been wearing ear protection. I'm not going to do it for the video here so I can hear what I'm saying, but I also have safety glasses here. These are prescription, and it's vital, right? Because that stuff just comes right back into you. When I get done with this job this morning, I'm going to be covered and have to do the whole shower bit and everything. So if you've ever painted both with a brush and or a sprayer, I see that there's a lot of parallels with those tasks. And we're doing the inside of the fence here, and let's walk over here and take a look and see what we've got. So, we've got these horizontal pieces, which, it just slows things down. It makes it a little more difficult to do than on the other side, which is just a smooth face. What I am going to do is, let me grab the wand here. I forgot to grab that. Is if you're familiar with painting with a brush, it's called cut-in, where it would be, you paint everywhere with a brush that you can't get with a roller, and I've found that works the best for me here. So all these little cut-ins here and back behind here and so forth, what I'm going to do is take care of those first, and then I'm going to go back and then I'm going to do the field. And what I'm not going to do is, I found that's a really bad idea to kind of go like this against the grain of the wood. What I've found is working it sort of like this, just like a spray gun or a spray can would also be the same. So that you come back and forth and you just kind of work your way sort of with the grain, and it'll just strip this black stuff off, and it turns into this pulp that I have all over me. So we'll go ahead and give it a whirl here, and I'll cut it in first, and then I'll go back and I'm going to start to work on the panels themselves. So start up the machine. Obviously can't talk because it's too loud when the machine is going. So you sort of get the idea that, you know, how it works. This is an older fence. This thing is about 15 years or so old, so it definitely got some age on it, and the wood is really, really soft. I don't really care too much about I want it to be clean, but I don't care about this stuff, right? Because this is going to get blasted off. If you've got a lot of money into your fence, something like that, you know, it pays to be careful, and you can't just stand on it, or else you will drill a hole through the wood, and you will also create a different color so that when the stain goes on, it's not going to take it the same level. So we'll continue on, and when I get around to the other side, we'll do a little bit more. Okay, so I've completed the panel, and I went and maybe I went a little too fast in the video, so I went back and cleaned up a few spots that I'd missed and so forth. So that's a completed panel, and it's wet. It'll take at least 24 hours to dry, is what I'm thinking, and it's just soaked, right, because it's been hit with that power sprayer. So there's the completed version wet. Here is the before version. It's gray, and it has some of the old stains still embedded within the wood itself. And then here is a dry, power washed section of it. You can see it's completely transformed. It's a different color altogether. And if you stand back 10 feet or so, it looks like it's you know, it looks like it's a brand new fence. And that's exactly what we're shooting for. So what we're going to do is add stain to this, and I'll probably rent a you know, contractor grade sprayer. I've done that before, and it seems to work really, really well. And then especially, you know, with some of these areas in here, again, it's all these nooks and crannies that you got to cover. With a sprayer, the problem is that you have to mask everything, right? So there's a kind of this, you know, give and take type situation depending on the tool you use. But again, the sprayer, you know, I'd prefer to use that. I think it'll go a little bit faster, and I can knock it out in at least a day. Thanks. Okay, so we're on the other side of the fence right now, and we've got the smooth face to us. And I'm going to demonstrate how we're actually going to do that. One of the things that I neglected to mention before, which is the grade of the yard. If you go down to the downward slope of your yard and you work up, you won't get so much mud coming back at you when you start to work on these areas down low, because the water obviously is running away from you, and you can just continue to work to a drier area. It helps a little bit. It's not, you know, it's not the end-all solution, but it does work. So let's go demonstrate how we do a smooth picket. So on until it's completed.